AdamHarry with
JayArr.
And we're back with another quick BoLS tour of the quick review slash overview, I guess?
Yeah, overview.
Overview of the Grey Knight's Codex.
Dun da da da!
Its official title is Codex Adeptus Astartes Grey Knights. But
Codex Grey Knights on the spine. You can't really see it
Yes.
from how far away you are, but if you were closer,
you
would know.
But we're pretty excited about this one. This brings back one of the most feared chapters.
Yeah.
One of the most elite Space Marine chapters.
And the most legendary chapter.
Yes, the Grey Knights.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to run through some quick facts on the book real fast. This is a hardback, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's 104 pages total.
You get about 50 pages worth of lore and unit lore altogether.
It's about 20 pages per, 25 pages per lore and slash the unit. Unit lore is just when it talks about, like, this is a Grey Knight Space Marine.
Yeah, this is what an Interceptor
Master.
Squad does. This is how their teleport doodly thing works.
Exactly. It's all the fun stuff that we love. There's about 10 pages of pictures of the actual physical models.
And of course, the real reason you get the book, there's the 30 pages of data sheets.
Yep,
which,
all of the different units.
Which update them over from the index.
Mm-hmm.
They've included a lot of the data sheets for models that were on the list of Space Marine things that you could take with the Grey Knight's army.
Yep. Real quick too, that's not 30 data sheets, that's 30 pages of data sheets. Some of the pages do have multiple data sheets on them, so I want to make sure that's clear. Other than that, there's another additional 18 pages of rules that's going to cover your things like your warlord traits, your psychic powers, your relics, your tactical objectives,
all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that kind of encompasses stuff. And the big news is there's actually 4 new units in this book.
Yes.
Well,
4 new to Grey Knights.
New to Grey Knights. There we go. So we'll get into those.
We'll get into those in just a minute. But here's the table of contents for all you guys.
Yep.
Lots of fun, exciting times.
we gotta show off the new art on the front. I always like showing this off because it's always like the crest, cool new crest right there. Dun da da. Pretty cool.
I feel less heretical just looking at it. Yeah.
I do. I do too. Actually, I
feel cleansed.
Like a knight. Like I've been knighted almost. I don't know. Grey knighted. Anyway, here's the table of contents as you can see here. Just calling all the sections we went through. Talks about the background lore. Talks about this is the 666th chapter, founding chapter.
Right. Which there are 666 words of banishment too. So
coincidence? Think about it. Then there's of course the Army of Titan.
Here's the units and all that stuff, and then there's your rules.
The Hammer of Demons, which is pretty great. Yeah. These guys, of course, are the Grey Knights, if you're unfamiliar with them, are the Space Marines that are basically dedicated to killing all things demonic in the Grimdark. So
if there's a witch, they'll kill it.
Yep. They're like the Ghostbusters, but instead of proton packs, they have side cannons.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, moving on.
Moving along.
Yep. Intro. We're going to show off some of the
lore.
This background lore. It's again, just as you expect. There's a lot of new stuff going on. Some of it's, if you've been keeping up with the lore for a long time, some of it's a rehash, talking about previous events too.
Some of it's updated. Like this. This is the map of the galaxy. Only they've updated it with top secret Grey Knight knowledge. So you get a list of like
secret Grey Knight stuff,
known demon worlds and chaos strongholds, as well as known warp storms. You can see there's a lot of them. Thanks to the
Warp Scar.
The Warp Scar.
The Warp Scar that we can never say the name of correctly, so we're just not
Cicada
Manufactorium. No. Maledictorium. Anyway.
It graduated top of its class.
Summa cum laude year. Anyway, yeah, exactly. It's got old lore, new lore. I love the galaxy maps too. As funny as it is to make fun of the names, the actual galaxy maps are always really cool to look at.
Well, they do a lot of the storytelling, but you kind of have to like figure it out for yourself. You can take a look at a sector of the galaxy and be like, oh snap, things are really screwed, like right over here around Desperation, for instance.
Look at that. The Eye of the Warp has these crazy demon planets on it. Shocking.
Go figure. Speaking of crazy demon planets, there's some Grey Knights killing a crazy demon planet.
I do want to call this out. There's some awesome looking artwork in this book.
Oh,
if you have the old books too, you know what I'm talking about, but there's some cool new stuff in here too. So I love the new art. So moving on. It's got a timeline, which is always fun, because like I said, it rehashes some of the old events, kind of copies and pastes those and cleans them up, but then also it adds more to the story.
Yep. And now we're into the unit lore.
This is an example of what you would find with the typical unit lore. This is Burly Captain Stern. It's pretty cool.
And this over here is the generic brother captains.
Yep.
So you can kind of know them. Here we're into the pictures now. You can see this is the 666th chapter.
Yeah.
You can see there are a lot more flyers than you might be used to. Oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Also, Grandmaster Voldus.
Yeah.
So if you remember him from the Gathering Storm,
yeah.
Voldus was kind of deemed the new Grandmaster of the Grey Knights by Drago. They got to a quick. There was a demonic invasion. Voldus was there. Drago showed up. They basically were like, "Hey, I like your moves. Hey, I like your style. Why don't you be the new Grandmaster?" So boom,
Do it. And now he's the new Grandmaster, and he's
yeah.
He's a powerful psyker.
Yeah. So he's a powerful psyker. He's got a crazy demon hammer.
Yeah.
He's back as a leader of the Grey Knights too.
And then we've got another couple of pictures. There's some Grey Knights fighting demons and all that stuff.
Yep.
And now...
This guy looks pretty cool. That's a converted chaplain.
Ooh.
I wonder why we would need a converted chaplain. I don't remember chaplains being in the Grey Knight.
Maybe they're a part of the Army of Titan.
What? Okay, so Army of Titan real fast. These are the special rules. This is kind of why you get this book, right? It's for the data sheets for the stat rules, and then also the unit special rule. JayArr, what are some of the cool special rules you're gonna get?
So like, there's the rites of banishment. This is the same as it is in the Imperial Index if you have it. If not, basically it changes your smite. It makes it an 18-inch range, and it just does 1 damage versus things that aren't demons, but 3 mortal wounds versus actual demons.
Yeah, no D3, just straight up.
Yeah, are you a demon? You're effed.
One of the other ones too, I do want to point this one out.
Absolutely.
Because this was one of my favorites, is the Teleport Strike.
Yes.
It's Teleport Strike, if I read this one correctly, basically you can set this on any unit that, even if they don't typically have the Deep Strike ability, they can get it. Is that correct? Would I read that one correct?
So you're very close. You're very close. Teleport Strike, units that have that rule can set up as a Deep Strike thing, but not every unit has the Teleport.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But well, I'll tell you in a minute. But if you like teleport shenanigans, you will love this book.
That's what I was getting at. But
yeah.
I wanted to set that up. I wanted to mention teleporting striking is a thing. We'll get back to it. I know I've confused everyone watching, but we'll keep moving. These are the data sheets, and again, there's 30 pages of data sheets.
Yeah, as you can see.
And multiple data sheets per page on some pages.
But this is the perfect chance to talk about the new units.
Hey!
One of them, the first one, is the Grandmaster in Dread Knight armor.
That's right, folks. You used to not be able to take the Nemesis Dread Knight as a chapter master, Grandmaster, and now you can.
Now you can.
So
and it's pretty beefy. It's a Grandmaster jammed chocolate and peanut butter style into a Nemesis Dread Knight.
You got your Grey Knight in my Dread Knight.
And then we mentioned the Chaplain before, and wah, Chaplain.
Chaplain. The other cool thing about the Grey Knight version of a Chaplain is that he's actually a Psyker too.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Chaplains not known for their psychic power, mostly known for their religious fervor and worship of the Emperor.
And
litanies.
Talking of all of the Grey Knights being Psychers, or at least all the characters and stuff, there are some pretty beefy melee psychic powers that they have access to with the Sanctus discipline.
Yeah.
We'll flip along through.
Yeah, we're gonna skip ahead
to the last few new units. So.
Hey.
You get
new to the Grey Knights, at least, right?
New to the Grey Knights. You get the Stormhawk Interceptor now, officially, as the Storm Talon gunship. Before you just had the Storm Raven, but now you get all of the plastic flyers, which is pretty nice. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just did that to kind of level set with all the other Space Marines. Yeah. So it was a good call. Of course, you get the points and war gear and all that stuff. War gear
and all that stuff, and then here we have the Hammer of Demons, which is all the Warlord traits,
other special rules. Brotherhood of Psychers, how Brotherhood works, which is kind of a big deal.
Right.
Since most of the units are Brotherhood of Psychers or have access to it.
And then we've got your stratagems right here. Now this is where part of the teleport stuff.
This is what I was getting at. This is kind of where...
So there's a stratagem called...
I think it's this one, right?
Yeah.
Teleportarium.
Even if a unit doesn't have the teleport strike rule, they get the teleport strike rule for one CP at the beginning of the match.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to deep strike in, I don't know, purifiers or your,
Yeah.
Basically the squads that you weren't normally able to deep strike or teleport strike in, they can do that now.
Any Grey Knight infantry or Grey Knight dreadnought. So if you It's a great time to ask your opponent if they wanted to have a Venerable Dreadnought like 9 inches away from.
Is it cool if this guy just? Oh, okay, sweet.
Cool.
Because he can do that now. There's a ton of other cool stuff in here. There's also a couple of things in here that are also in the Space Marine Codex.
Yeah.
One of those, for example, is the orbital bombardment. Just want to mention that some of them are similar.
Yeah, some of them do the same kind of thing. Like there's a True Silver armor, which is the same as the Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
Anyway. We have your relics. There's a few. They're all real beefy. They're either upgrades. Most of them are upgrades for old weapons and stuff like that.
Oh, real quick too. Let's just throw in some numbers at you real fast. There's gonna be 6 of these psychic towers. There's 6 relics. There were 16 stratagems that we kind of glanced over real fast. So there's 6 relics here.
6 warlord traits.
Yep, and then 6 tactical objectives as well. So that's part of that whole rules section. So. Yeah, do you have any favorites over here, JayArr?
For relics?
Or the
for the psychic for the psychic power, I think my favorite one is one that is in the index. But it is the Gate of Infinity, which you just kind of pick up a unit and put them anywhere else on the board.
And they're back.
And they're back. Like within 9 as long as they're not within 9 inches of an enemy model. But that one is kind of amazing.
Yeah. They've got some really cool stuff. Again, there's 6 more powers. So it's basically 3 more powers than the index had, just to add some more of the Grey Knight. And it is the Sanctic powers, too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else we got?
And then finally, here's all the points.
Yep, we talked about the points. They're in there as well. The points overall, I want to say that they've been tweaked slightly.
Yeah.
You'll have to compare the index and this book, but this is the new official... score points.
They've been doing a lot of tuning with the codexes. And then finally you've got your 6 tactical objectives.
Yep.
So you can
destroy the demon, psychic communion,
deeds of legend.
No witnesses.
Yeah. You do some really cool, flavorful things to add to your games with your.
What's interesting too, the no witnesses just made me think this. Grey Knights are one of those chapters that you're really glad to see them because they're there to help and they're gonna like fight off a demonic invasion. Like when they show up when really bad stuff's going down.
Right.
But the bad part is they show up when really bad stuff's going down and they don't want any witnesses.
They don't want you to get corrupted by chaos.
Yeah, if you did see them, sorry.
Well, it's bad news for you.
Bad news.
Yeah.
But that's the book. That is the new Codex Grey Knights. Very cool stuff. I'm excited about them.
I am as well. I can't wait to try them out.
Yeah. I think, again, compared this book to the Index, it's just better version, cleaned up version of it. There's way more stuff now, too.
It's like the fleshed out version of what you saw in the Index. There's no, like, crazy new units. There's no...
Well, other than the Grey Knight Master and the Dreadnought, which is neat.
Which is really cool.
Pretty cool, actually.
But yeah, it is. But
I can't wait to take this out on the table and give it a whirl. So we're excited about that. But anyway, I'm AdamHarry.
And I'm JayArr.
This has been another quick BoLS overview. Thanks for joining us.